Hello, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to a freezer, pantry, fridge clean out challenge, okay? Today's video is inspired by my current situation. Let me show you what my freezer looks like, okay? And what my pantry looks like. I need to clear it out. Do you see that? For our first dinner, we actually been traveling today, getting stuff done. And so we're going super simple, but we're clearing stuff out of our freezer and our pantry. We're going to do like a Spanish rice situation. So earlier today, I pulled out one of the stocks that I made. I also pulled out of the freezer one of these little shredded chicken from Costco. And I have this Santa Fe blend I got at the grocery outlet. And I got this Spanish rice-a-roni situation. We're going to do that. Okay, that's dinner tonight. I also have some cheese that I'll use. But I'm just going to put this all in one pan, one pot. It's going to be delicious, easy, simple because we've been traveling. And it's going to continue to clean out the freezer and the pantry. And that's what we're looking for, bestie.
All right, besties, it is Editing Becky on the mic. How y'all doing? Okay, so first meal of this clean out challenge, and I gotta say, delicious. I will say the Santa Fe blend from the grocery outlet, the beans, they needed to be cooked longer than all the other items in that package. So they were a little crunchy for my liking, okay? Anyway, so I like to do these clean outs as often as possible simply because since I shop the way that I do, it's so easy for things to get overfilled and I don't have a lot of space. I don't have a deep freezer. I really don't have a pantry. I have cabinets that holds food, and I feel like I'm like a normal person with that. Like I'm not like all the other girlies on the internet that have like a ton of space and they have like food storage and stuff. The way that I shop, I buy the stuff when it's on sale. Whenever I'm like, oh my gosh, girl, you need to use what you have, which is all the time, and things start to get away from me, then I prioritize doing a clean out challenge and just try to get as much stuff out as possible. And I will say it's awesome. Like it's the best feeling ever to like use up what I have and like feel like I'm spending like no money at all on dinners. Okay, that's the best feeling. This dinner was good. I feel like classic. Also have a little crunchy chip. I can't talk. All right, this dinner, low key, one of my faves. Okay, Mediterranean style chicken with rice and some feta cheese. Oh my gosh, I've made this before. I made it a long time ago, and I've been trying to get rid of the big thing of feta that I have, and I remembered this recipe that I made a long time ago, and I was like, oh my gosh, do I have everything that I need? And kind of, yeah. And I added some stuff because, as a reminder, recipes are a guideline and not the rules. You cannot tell me what to do. You are not my real dad, and I will make up whatever I want. The carrots were a little floppy. Okay, so I just threw them in even though they weren't necessarily a part of the recipe, but I was like, they're about to be part of the recipe because today is the last day. All right. And also I took I froze the broth, and I was trying to like thaw it out, and it got stuck. Eventually, thanks to gravity, it came out. But yeah, so I ended up actually putting too much liquid in this, so I had to add some extra rice. I don't know if I included that clip or not, but season to your heart's content. And yes, a little bit of ground cinnamon. It may sound a little crazy, but it just adds like the perfect balance of all the flavors. It's so good. The first time I ever put cinnamon in a recipe, like a savory recipe, was on accident. One time I accidentally put cinnamon in my chili. I was living on my own and I made a huge batch of chili, okay? Dumped a ton of cinnamon inside of it. And I was so mad because it ruined the whole chili, and I tried to eat it. It was not good. All right, we're moving on to another favorite for me this week. I did a hot honey feta chicken, and oh my gosh, I was so sad that I only had a few pieces of chicken left because I wanted to like make a lot of this. It was so good and so freaking simple. I just marinated the chicken during the day, added this little honey sauce and some feta, baked it in the oven, and I had like some creamed corn I needed to use and some green beans, and that was dinner, you guys. It was so freaking good. I mean, this is probably one of my favorites for the week. Okay, and then we're gonna have, oh yes, my protein biscuits. Okay, so I needed to use up the Greek yogurt, and I also really need to work on going through these egg whites. It's taken me so long. I mean, it's great that it's taken me so long, but I still have a lot of egg whites to go through. So protein biscuits will be forever in my future until I can get rid of these egg whites and whatever else I can make with egg whites. And I gotta tell you guys, For me, steak is so hit or miss. Like sometimes I feel like I freaking crush it and get the perfect medium rare on the inside, but this time I just felt like I overcooked it, but it was also a thinner steak. I don't know. If you have like a foolproof method, and I know like the 333 I think is what it is, method for the steak, and I still feel like I overcooked it, but I mean, it was good. You can't go wrong with steak. Anyways, back to other Becky.
Hello. Okay, so both my microphones are dead, so I'm hoping for the best in terms of sound. It's my own fault. I should have just been charging the microphones. I haven't. Why do I have these canning jars, you ask? I've been collecting jars for a while. I have a pretty good collection. Walmart had this 12 pack of wide mouth canning jars on sale for like $13, super cheap. And so I grabbed this 12 pack because I have plans. So what we're gonna do today is I'm going to do my first ever attempt at making jelly, jam, whatever word you use there. This would probably be more of a jam. You know what? I actually don't know. Using the stuff I already have, okay? So I don't have pectin, and I know that you can make jelly without pectin. So first thing, the two things I have that inspired today's freezer clean out are these 2 bags of frozen fruit that I have. I have whole strawberries and pitted dark sweet cherries. Both of these have been sitting in my freezer for a very long time. Both of them are probably freezer burnt, but we don't want things to go to waste. So I'm gonna do my best to make jam out of these. A bunch of recipes call for lemon juice. I don't have lemon juice or lemons. And the whole point of a freezer, pantry, whatever, clean out is to use what you already have. And I have 2 limes. A strawberry cherry jelly with lime instead of lemon. And hopefully it turns out okay. My thinking is it's gonna turn out okay. So let's get started. The recipe that I'm following has 6 cups of berries of some kind. So we're gonna see if I indeed have 6 cups of berries between the 2 bags. It's very likely that I don't. So I also haven't even read the recipe all the way through yet, which I should probably do that right now. I'm back. The recipe just says combine everything into a pot and let it come to a boil and then let it simmer for like almost an hour. Is it really that easy? This is roughly 5 cups of berries of some kind. This is 5 cups of berries. I'm gonna turn this on low for now. Half a cup, a full cup. The recipe calls for a pinch of salt, so I'm just gonna do a little, that'll be good. Time for the juice of 2 limes. Okay, it took me the amount of time it took for this to start boiling to clean my cans. So that's perfect timing. I guess I'll just let this do its thing. Okay, quick update. I walked away for 5 minutes and it overflowed. As you can see, we got strawberry cherry jam all over the place. It's okay. I turned it down to lower. Apparently, bad idea to walk away and just pretend like it's not existing. So I turned the heat down a little bit. Maybe I shouldn't be covering it. That could be the problem. Low simmer, low boil. I would say for like, it's been 50 minutes, 50. This little guy is one of my favorite kitchen tools. It just pops like that. I'm just gonna mash up those little bits that are still a little chunky, or try to at least. So here's what it's looking like. It's been on heat for like an hour. Some jars. So all of the directions are saying like make sure you leave at least like ½ an inch in the top, especially if you're gonna freeze it. And I am going to freeze these.
All right, besties. This jam, pretty freaking good. Definitely not as good as my granny's jelly. She makes a strawberry jelly jam situation and it's so freaking good. Also underrated. I don't make it a lot. It's breakfast for dinner. Again, egg whites, trying to get rid of them. And gosh, whatever I've been able to add the egg whites to recently, I've been trying, because I have a few more cartons left and they're going to expire in October, which I know is not like, it's a month away, but still like a month to get rid of that many cartons of egg whites. I need to like hurry up and like use them more often. Also, my dog's about to get some water, so if you can hear that, I apologize. But Anyways, also I cooked eggs on this cast iron skillet, and will not be doing that again for a while because it took so much work to get the eggs like unstuck from my cast iron skillet. But of course I added my maple vanilla whipped cream to my pancakes because they're so freaking good. And I actually threw in the celery that I had in my fridge because it was getting really floppy and I didn't have a recipe planned for it. So I was like, you know what, instead of just throwing it out, I'm going to throw it into my stock. And I've made this so many times on my channel and on like shorts, wherever. It's so easy, so good. It feels free. And it just brings me so much joy, and I feel like it adds so much extra flavor. And look how much it made this time. I was really, really excited about this amount. Hello. Okay, so I'm just gonna be super real. I am in a lot of pain, meaning my wrist, and so tonight's freezer clean out is chili, and I'm hoping that this is thawed enough. I doubt it is because I pulled it out 2 hours ago. Okay, I haven't decided if I'm gonna add the tomato sauce. I don't want a ton of leftovers of the chili. I feel like 2 types of beans is the best way to do chilies, but I don't even know if I want to do 2 types of beans. Can you tell I don't actually want to eat chili right now? The last of our frozen stock that I made last time. I'm gonna put this in there. This is the spice lineup I chose for the chili today. I'm out of garlic powder. I need to get more of that. And then obviously we have salt, pepper, and crushed red pepper. This is on my little trilogy Lazy Susan. Okay, update. I decided to not put the tomato sauce in because I ended up pouring in the broth, and it's still kind of melting in there, but it's a lot of liquid. So despite everything I told you, we're gonna have a lot of leftovers. So it's currently, when I tell you I did not want to make dinner, it's 8:33 p.m. Also, 2 seasonings I failed to mention a second ago, as I always add hot sauce and wash your sister sauce.
A jar of pickles. I guess that's not a bad price.
Hey my friends, I believe that is going to wrap up today's video as we were trying to clear out our freezer, our fridge, our pantry. We did make a dent, but I also filled it with more stuff. I don't know. let me just show you how it looks now, and we can judge together if we think it was indeed an improvement. I personally feel like it was, just because I feel like I used up the things I bought and either consumed them or put them in a form I will consume them later and they won't go to waste. Starting out in the freezer, which was the main issue to begin with. Obviously, dog veggies don't count, okay? But I mean, it's way less crazy than it was when I first started this, and I froze so much stock, which is amazing, amazing, amazing. Super exciting. So there's that. And then of course we have the fridge. I mean, it looks okay. And it has maple vanilla whipped cream. If you don't follow me on social media, you haven't seen me get this in a 2-week grocery haul, but baby, it's back. We have our cabinet here, which doesn't feel like it made that much improvement, but the fact that I moved this over here because I made enough of a dent is a big deal, okay? Then we have this side. Cans are no longer stacked on top of each other. Okay, that's exciting. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed it, please make sure you subscribe, hang out for more, and I'll see you guys in another video super soon. Bye!